Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill and I am so excited about today's video because it's Friday. And I usually come to you live on Mondays. So happy extra video this week and happy Barbie release day for her new movie. My mom's in town from California. We're going to go tonight. So that is the reason for all of this excessive gab. Anyhow, as usual, I like to start my videos from the inside out. So Jody, please take her on back. And honestly, I could not think of a better theme for today's video because this is really the most spectacular small RV offered at all in the marketplace by anybody. This is the baguette around the jewel of the crown of Newmar, the King Aire. This is the baby King Aire, also known as the New Aire. And what is so exciting about today's video is this is a 2023 coming to you with an all new exterior decor and also the first bath and a half model I've been able to show you. So let's start off with what's fantastic about this RV. First of all, we still have a cathedral ceiling in this rear bath. So most of our New Aires are going to come with a mid bath, but in this new 3547 we have a bath and a half model with a rear bathroom. We've got a, let's see, this is going to be a 30 by 42 shower. And so they call this a neo shape. Neo-angular is what they say. But what you'll notice about it is it's still all of that beautiful decadent tile. So real tile inlay, full tile floor. And then as you can see, as you go up, you still have these fantastic towel bars on the exterior of the shower. And then your very high-end faucet set from Germany, as well as a place for your shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Now, as usual, these showers in the New Aire are really, really roomy, but it actually has a bit of a step down. So I have even more headroom in this cathedral shower. So for those of you who are looking to come out of something, for instance, like a King Aire or Prevost, that want to shake that extra 10 feet, this coach is as luxurious as you would find any of your high-end RVs, except for the fact that it's 10 feet shorter. So this coach is 35 feet, 10 inches long, and gives you fantastic park access and dexterity. So for those of you that have been RVing for a long time in a big coach and you're looking for all of that luxury, this is a great fit for you. Now there are two rear wardrobes in this coach. This one has been equipped with a safe, and you'll also see the extra chairs that we have down below for your elongated Euro booth. Now I do want to mention this toffee this toffee maple hardwood is high gloss and it is so luxurious. I love the color of this interior. Now the other thing I wanted to make mention of, so take a look at this. This is a fantastic rear medicine cabinet. It is so deep. There are outlets on the interior so you can keep your flat iron and your hairdresser inside. Plenty of room for your meds up here. And then you can also keep all of your bottled things, you know, whether it be conditioners for your face wash, things like that in this mid shelf. And then a really nice tall shelf for any of those sprays that you have, like hairspray and the like. But one of the things that I really love about this is that you have, first of all, your vanity lights, which give you nice illumination. You'll notice when I have those on that we have a great deep pocket underneath here. So for those of you that are looking to stay a little bit longer, nice place to keep your soap dishes, to keep your toothbrush holders, all those things that you want to keep out in on the counter, maybe a cute little plastic plant. You also have a very fantastic linear drain in this sink, but even more so, I love this lighted mirror. This gives you so much illumination. Another just nice little side note is if you take away, look at the way that they've finished this tile, this glass tile back set. This is just a beautiful, nice glass tile, and with that aluminum trim around the exterior, it looks all the more decorative. Now this rear wardrobe has been converted into a washer and dryer area. This is an optional feature. For those of you who feel like you don't need one of those, we could also keep this out and keep it as a rear wardrobe. But one of the things to make mention of this, I went camping last week up at Tiger Run at a client's campsite, and it was so nice to be able to go up and see, you know, where a lot of our clients spend so much time. And I'll tell you, I really understand why. But while we were up there, we rode bikes every single day. So whenever you have all of your bike gear, you know, you do have to wash it every day. And I think we did 2 loads of laundry every day for an entire week and a half. And in doing that, we were always able to get everything washed and dried. And I hear a lot of people who go, oh, I don't know about that Splendide, that 110. This Splendide washer and dryer, for those of you who don't know it, is fantastic. It really did a great job at handling all of our clothes. We did a load of lights and a load of darks every single day, twice a day for the entire trip, and it was fantastic. It was fast, and it was easy to use. So now here in this rear bathroom, we do have a heated floor. You'll notice like even this engine cover is heated, so that's just a nice feature to have a nice heated floor here. And this is electric floor heat, so that is a great feature of this little RV. And then on top of it, you have all of this extra storage, and this is just the right width for a little for some toilet paper. And again, any of your supplies that you need for your toilets or your sanitations for your 40-gallon black tank. And then here behind us, you have optional opening windows. There's 3 options for opening windows throughout the coach, but this is a standard. This is an opening window here in the back, and when you open this, it actually has a screen on it. So really nice to have opening windows, although these windows are bonded. Now, when we talk about bonded windows, what does that mean? Well, bonded windows are going to give you a quieter ride going down the road. So more insulation against that wind noise, but this is an opening window as well. So when we open this and pull it across, let's see if I'm dexterous enough to do this on television. You can see here I have my screen that comes out in place. So I actually have an opening window here in the King Aire. This is, or the King Aire, the mini King Aire and the New Aire. So this was a feature that was asked for by our clients. It's something that people wanted, and then just lock it nice into place, and then it's nice and sealed shut again. You'll also notice I have my day shade partially deployed, but beyond that, you'll see I have my bedroom shade deployed on the exterior, or my bedroom awning. And you'll notice that is an elbowless awning. So this is that very high-end Girard package, and you have 3 of those, giving you all of that insulation from the sun. And then when you want to let the cool air in and you want that fresh air in your bedroom, it's really nice to have this opening window, although it's bonded. Now, take a look at this shelf. This is one of my favorite things about a New Aire. This shelf here is a great place for you to be able to take your socks out, take your shoes off, whatever it is that you're doing at the end of the day. And as you can see, plenty of room to sit down, get dressed. Don't need to have a chair in here. And then you also have all of these fantastic drawers. So there's 6 of these drawers. You've got 2 cabinets on either side here. And then a very nice large 43-inch Samsung smart TV. And on the note of the smart TV, oh, I should also point out these LED light strips, these inlay light strips. So this is another King Aire-like feature. And then in this 3547, you'll notice we have a flat ceiling here in the midship in the bedroom, and we still have that decorative ceiling cover that covers all of our all of our returns, all of our heat and air conditioner returns. So in this rear bed, you have a 60 by 80 queen bed. So that is a sacrifice that you make in a 35-foot coach. But just like that of the King Aire, you have this really nice, deep nightstand table, plenty of room to store sultry novels, all of your water bottles, and then this cutout above gives you access to be able to plug a cord in and pull it out of the top and still have the door closed. Another feature I really like about this coach are the wall sconces. And then I love this beautiful window that you have above the headboard. And as well, you have, again, these really fantastic solid wood cabinets. There are 2 110 outlets up there above. And again, this beautiful inlaid LED light strip that you would also find on the King Aire product. So a lot of these little features are going to be nuances that you have from our higher end coaches. And for those of you who are looking for something that's very maneuverable, this coach feels really small when you drive it. So I actually just took this on a pretty extensive test drive the other day. Now you'll see on either side of this bed you have little pockets where you could put things, but on the rear side of the bed, or on the right hand side of the bed, you have an even deeper pocket. So if you did want to keep a CPAP machine below your heart as opposed to above your head, plenty of room there. And then you'll see these 2 little inserts. These are for your booth dinette. Now, one thing that's really interesting about this coach, this is the first RV that Newmar has made with a full wall slide on the starboard side of the coach. So here on the passenger side of the coach, we have for the first time a full wall slide on the 3547, giving you all of this room and then giving you a really nice new luxury, which is a very nice and roomy mid-bath facing the kitchen. So this is just so fantastic because you can close that mid door. You still have access to this beautiful mid bathroom. You still have your egress door. You have all of this storage down below here. And then your 110 outlets. Your control panels are all here in the center. More 110 outlets. Your breaker box is up there. So everything is really nicely tucked away, and you have this beautiful glass sink, as well as another lighted mirror, another fantastic medicine cabinet with two 110 outlets. And this mirror still does also have that thing I like so much, which is this backlit mirror feature. And the reason I find this to be so useful is when you're looking for bright illumination in an RV so that you can pluck your eyebrows, do your eye makeup, anything along those lines, it's really hard to find a place to put any kind of standing mirror that has its built-in light. So to have this built into the mirror itself is fantastic. So again, really nice execution of a bath and a half. And as you can see, this is a roomy bath and a half. This is no joke. This is a nice, comfortable place to be able to come in and get ready in the morning. Now again, this coach has a 60-gallon gray water tank. It has a 40-gallon black water tank, and it has a 105-gallon freshwater tank. So this is really pretty fantastic. But another thing that we've done for this model year is we have added, as a standard feature for 2023, the new Lithionics battery system. So this coach is not only wonderful on the inside, it is going to be able to run a single air conditioner off of its second 3,000 watt inverter, even if you're not plugged into 50 amp power. So for those of you that are looking to get out and about during the day, if you want to go somewhere where you can find a place to park your cute little RV down in a small parking spot, you can get down there, leave your RV running, let the poojas stay in the car, go on your hike, all of those things without being plugged into 50 amp. And I just think that that is such a luxury and such a nice new standard feature. Now, also new for 2023, you'll see we've got our baking racks down below. So I talk about this all the time. You may not have a bunch of baking pans that you'd like to put in here, but you can very easily move one of these over and create space. There we go. Create space to have a frying pan here, and then a pot here, and then a place to keep your baking trays or your stove covers right here. So this is a really, really nice feature that they've added for 2023. Now you still have your push to release full extension drawers. And you'll note on all of these drawers, these are dovetailed. So what's so nice about this coach is a lot of times for cost savings, we've cut corners and gone to that staple look. But the King Aire has all of the nicest cabinetry, and this being the mini King Aire also has all of the nicest cabinetry. So another really luxurious look again is this glass tile backsplash. I love it in the herringbone pattern. Now, one thing to note, you'll see here the true induction cooktop on this coach. So this is something that I think makes this coach better than the King Aire. Yes, I said better. Why? Okay, so in the King Aire you have a Viking refrigerator, you have your Wolf induction cooktop, you have your Viking microwave. This Samsung microwave oven and convection oven works fantastically. But one of the things that we've really enjoyed in our camping experience is taking this true induction outside, making our bacon, frying our eggs, making our grilled cheeses, our French toast for breakfast, and doing everything from the outside. But then when you have the second cover in place, and I think someone has it stowed away. Yeah, here it is. Just pull that out. There's a little storage area down here underneath. But with this in here, what you have is this fantastic amount of counter space, and your oven can, or your cooktop can still be outside where you're making full use of it, maybe sauteing some grilled onions to put on top of that burger, maybe sauteing some mushrooms for your steak, whatever it may be. All those things can be done outside while you're still getting full use of your kitchen on the inside, because nothing's missing when you take that stovetop out. Of course, the True Induction is one of my favorite features because it really does allow you to have a particular degree of temperature. For instance, eggs for me, you can set it from 1 to 5. Eggs I like at 360 degrees. It's amazing how accurate you can get the temperature on that True Induction. And I've had some clients that worry about it getting too, or not getting hot enough. It gets really hot. You can use the full cooktop. And you know, these are things that people ask me about. And then when I get out there and I'm camping, I try them out to see whether or not there's any validity to the concern or whether there's not. And I can assure you, this is one of the best cooktops that I've seen. I have a Miele induction cooktop at home. And this True Induction works as well, if not, to be honest with you, a little bit better, just because there's only the 2 burners for it to split power between. So of course, nice silverware drawer here as well. And then down below, your Fisher Paykel dishwasher. Now please keep in mind, when we get to our campsite, I store my dishes away when I'm driving down the road, but when I get to camp, I just leave them here in the drying rack. And if we've got a lot of people and we're not taking our time to wash them thoroughly, I'll run the dishwasher. Otherwise, I'll just wash them in the sink, put them in the drying rack, close it up, and still have all of my fantastic counter space. Now, I keep my dishes underneath my chair or my booth. I think here you would have actually enough room to keep all of your plates, all of your bowls, and then even all of your coffee cups underneath, even all of your glassware. So I don't think you would need to keep them under the booth the way I do, especially with that new ability to store your pots in your pantry. But all of that being said, there's a lot of options that you have. But number one, I'll encourage you to know, this dishwasher doesn't have to wash your dishes. Just being able to wash things in this fantastic, beautiful sink. Look at this sink, Jody. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that dark metal, and again, these really high-end German faucets just add that degree of panache. So anyway, you wash your dishes in this cute little round sink, and you don't want to have a dish rack on top of your countertop. You just put all your dishes in that dishwasher, let them dry there. There's even just a rinse cycle. It takes 15 minutes. So if you have done all the dishes, but maybe your kids have been helping, like mine, sometimes it benefits to run that rinse cycle. Now you'll note here we have an outlet here, and we have an outlet here as well as our lighting underneath. And then we have an all new refrigerator for 2023 by Samsung. This is a 19 cubic inch refrigerator, or 19 cubic foot refrigerator, not inch. So this is a great new refrigerator, and it still has that meat and cheese drawer, which is really important. And then also you've got the water filter here, and of course that's because it's for your ice tray down below. And then big deep pockets on these doors. And what they've done, and the reason they've done this, is because it's given us the ability to have, look at all of this room up here. So we keep our toaster above our refrigerator just like this, and we also keep our bread box up here. So this is a great space. Really, really high functioning, nice pantry space throughout the kitchen, gorgeous look. And then conveniently, your trash can is located in between the living area and the kitchen area. So if you're playing a card game and everyone's up late at night and you want to throw your cans away as you're having a tasty adult beverage, you can do that. It's just a really, really nice setup. Now again, I mentioned earlier that this is that full wall slide. So what we've been able to do in having this full wall slide is we have a Euro booth on the starboard side that is fully extendable. And I'll tell you what, folks, this booth is really large enough to actually have 6 people. So I know we talk about the Euro booth being a little tight every once in a while. This is not a tight Euro booth. If you wanted to have four people comfortably sitting around here, you could do that as well. But it's a really nice setup. The other thing I like is the shape of this booth, because it's got this cushion back here. So if you want to lay back, have a glass of Prosecco, just hang out, talk about the ongoings of the kids and whatever's happening in your life, relax around a little charcuterie board, this is the way to do it. This is a really, really nice setup. Now you'll notice behind me we still have our televator, and opposing us we have a fully extendable couch. So this couch allows you to have 3 people very comfortably, a 4th person if you'd like to go ahead and flip the driver's seat recliner around. Or you could have 4 people, 3 people there, another 2 here. I mean, this coach could really have 6 people sitting inside ready to entertain. So I'm really excited about this new floor plan for those of you who are looking to maybe get into the RV market for the first time. One of the nicer aspects of this coach is this is built on the Freightliner chassis. There's also there's an optional Spartan chassis as well. If you want to talk about Freightliner and Spartan, I would be happy to take calls or emails from you. I have a lot of information on both products. I'm a big fan of Freightliner. So on this size of coach, I think this chassis is more than adequate. In fact, I think it's pretty magnificent. It has things like brake sync. So brake sync in partnership on this Freightliner chassis with your Valor system allows you to have your tire pressure monitors not only running the tires on this RV, but also you can get tire pressure monitors inserted onto your tow vehicle and monitor the tire pressure on your tow vehicle as well. Another thing about this chassis is that this chassis is boasting the ISL, which is that 8.9 liter Cummins. It's a very popular engine in this segment. It's in the Ventana, it's in the Dutch Star, it's in the Superstar, it's in a lot of our mid-size Renegade products. It's a very, very popular engine. And in this product, it boasts 450 horsepower and it has 1,250 foot-pounds of torque. Now keep in mind, that engine can have 350, 360, 400, or 450 horsepower. All of those can still be that ISL. But what's exciting about this coach is the way that it's constructed is it also has a 10,000 pound towing capacity as well as a 1,250 foot-pound of torque output. So this is a great towing vehicle. So really, really nice, fully functional vehicle for those of you who want to have something that's maybe a little more petite. Now you'll note here that we have, again, our beautiful decorative ceilings. We are running our air conditioners right now off of our 8 kilowatt quiet diesel generator in the front of the coach. We also have all of our all of our storage up top here. Now what would we keep here? Cards Against Humanity perhaps, Frenchiopoly maybe some Sorry or Connect 4, all of your card games, whatever you'd like. I think that there's a lot of nice storage here above the couch. And then let's go ahead and just show you how this couch works. Now, if you watch my videos at RVs Inside Out, you'll note that I am really a big fan of connected cushions. They are so much easier to work with, not only on video, but while you're camping as well. They just stay in place a lot better. But, so, like that feature, people always say, how do you make it look so easy? And I say, I don't think I do, but I try. So, you'll note here, you have the higher end version of the trifold sofa. So this is a really nice soft luxury mattress. You also have 3 seat belts here underneath the couch, and then this just folds down right here and tucks into place. And this is a really nice queen size sleeping area. Now on this couch, I've had people ask me, do you have to have your head on this side because of the fact that it's raised? I feel like it's actually more comfortable to have your head on that side because these are so fluffy, but you could sleep in either direction. But as you can see, there is a nice band here where your hip hits, and then a nice band here where your elbow hits. So you're not going to have any situation where you can feel the mattress below you. This is a really soft, really nice, very well built luxury trifold sofa. And of course, in this type of space, to be able to have an additional sleeping area is a fantastic luxury to behold. Now you'll note that during this video I've had all of the blinds drawn, and what's so nice about this RV is that in 2022 we made this compatible with an app. So you could use your My Rosie app with this coach, and you could open and close your blinds, turn on your lights, but in 2023 we added a new panel, and it's right here. It's a larger 10-inch panel, and as you can see, it lets you control everything here. From your lights to your shades to your awnings, everything can be controlled here. So I put all the awnings out here this morning. I'm going to go back here, going to go to TV lift up. That pops that TV lift up. Oh, and then while we're over here, you've got your vacuum cleaner and your kick plate as well. So that's another nice feature while we wait for this 50-inch 4K smart TV to pop up. So this is a really, really well-equipped coach. But these power shades, I just love to pieces, because when you're using your coach and you're comfortable and you want to watch a movie, you just can go right here to these KIB panels and go all of my shades down. We'll pop up the day shades, put down all of the night shades, and you can have that just nice instant dark, so you can watch a great movie with your family. Now we spend most of our time outside, but if it's raining, I gotta tell you, there's nothing wrong with cuddling up with your loved ones and watching the newest Barbie movie, like I am today with my mom. Hi, Mom. My mom stopped by to see me this morning. She's here from California, and she watches a lot of my videos. I think it's really funny. And I came down to the stairs today. She says, "Oh, it's Barbie Day." And I was like, "Oh, I'm glad that you know." I guess it's kind of obvious. If it's not kind of obvious, Lord, I'm in trouble. Okay, so take a look at these bonded windows. So these windows, once again, are one of the features that you'll find on your higher end Essex and King Airs. And this King Air style window with the square cut frame that allows you to have these side windows on either side of this couch is just giving you all that much more light and visibility. And then again, these higher end, very nice awnings are keeping all of the sun out of the coach. So when Jody got in here today, it wasn't even hot, and it is a sunny day here in Colorado. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this TV lift down just so you can see how much visibility we have out there, and then also so that you can see the size of that awning out there, and you know, keeping the sun off of the coach. So that sun would normally be beating into the coach right now, making it really toasty in here, and because we've got those deployed, it is nice and cool. Now underneath here, because we do have this booth dinette, you have your storage. Now this is a little more shallow than what I have. I think very easily you could keep your laptop in here without having to worry about it getting scratched up, and then you could keep all of your charging cords here, and then maybe over here you could keep some periodicals and all of your, I don't know. I honestly would use this for dishes. I love keeping my plates separate from the cabinets, but you know, whatever floats your boat. Whatever makes your fancy. Now up here we've got our Bose soundbar, of course. And then again, you know, I'm not always a fan of these mid-colored woods, but I love the color of this high gloss toffee. It is so pretty. We actually ordered a really nice 2024 Ventana in with it as well. And you know what? Sometimes I'm a big dark wood fan. This is a really nice way to do a light wood without doing white. And then of course, gray is all the new rage, but this is nice because if you do like these beiges or grays, it's nice to have a contrasting color. So this is the Berkeley decor. This is a carryover from last year. It's been really popular, and it's a really, really pretty color throughout the coach. And you'll note that they have, it's just inlaid on all of your slide covers. It's just a really, really nice execution. And then once again, you have your LED light strips built into the coach. So again, really high-end decadent lighting. And now that we get up to the front, I'll show you the rest of these cabinets. So here are some manual awning controls for your larger awnings outside. You've got two of those. And then of course you'll see the way that they've done these cabinets. These are super nice, flat front, really thick, right? Really thick maple cabinets. And they're designed so that they match. Here's your solar system for your Xantrex solar system, charging your solar panel. You've got four 110 watt panels on top of this coach for the record. And we'll see whether or not we can get these awnings to go out. It's always a question on a hot day. It's pretty gusty here in Colorado when it's warm like this, but we'll see if we can get those awnings to stay out this morning. Your Winegard Razor antenna is standard here. This has the 208B satellite system on it, so this does have an optional satellite system that is high definition in motion. It is not the pop-up, so you can always add another one, or you can just deal with that. We don't even have one on our coach. We just use the Wi-Fi and the 4K smart TVs. Here you've got your slide controls. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these in right now. And I wanna just have Jody turn around and show you. You can watch this raise. So you can see that slide come up and come in. And of course, these hydraulic slides are powered by HWH. We've had a partnership with HWH for over 30 years at this point in time. And they are the thing that allows our tile floors to go all the way to the edges, and we call that Moore floor. And keep in mind, this Moore floor is heated. So not only do you have a dual loop Chinook system here that's giving you hydronic heat to heat your coach, as well as two 15,000 BTU ACs and heat pumps, you also have heated floors. So you've got hydronic heat pumps, and heated floors, 3 versions of heat, giving you a more all-weather experience in this RV. One thing I want to mention too about Oasis is you have AC1 and AC2, which are 50 amp service filaments for your Oasis burners. So those two filaments are operating off of electricity, but you have a burner system as well. So when we were camping, if I turned on that burner system, I was able to get my water so hot with this Oasis system that I actually had to turn it down. And that's really impressive because I like my water hot. But for those of you who want to have a truly residential shower, this coach can provide that to you. And I think it's well worth the mention. Now you'll note that because they've done this full wall slide on this side and made the bathroom stationary right here, I have a ton of room to get back here and to access my kitchen. So if we're running a few minutes late and we're gonna show up and maybe people are already getting their party ready, I can't tell you, when I was at Tiger Run, it was hilarious. There was actually golf cart jams where we couldn't get through the road in our truck because there were so many people drinking wine in golf carts. But if you're running late to that party and you should have your charcuterie board ready, or maybe you're preparing the steaks for the day, you can do all your prep while going down the road because you've got a lot of room in this kitchen. You also have really easy access to the bathroom. And what they've done with this mid bath is they've given us enough space with this full wall slide where it's not on the pivot. So for those of us that are maybe want a more comfortable entrance into the bathroom, this is a wider port of entry as opposed to the door that pivots. I am going to go ahead and pull in this rear bedroom slide so we can take a look at everything when we walk around outside. But one of the nicest things about this coach too is that we have the fantastic fans in our RV. So there's one here, for instance, above the kitchen. I really encourage you, we turn those on low and we have nice air pulling in through our windows all night. So in this rear bedroom, you could actually open that rear bedroom window, turn on your center fantastic fan, and you could actually have that fresh air circulating throughout the coach. But look at this walking space. This is really, really comfortable. And then I do have to do a little bit of the sideways shuffle. I can actually go forward, and I'm wearing some pretty fantastic shoes, so that's really impressive. Probably don't need my phone to get up here to the front. But that's just great walking space to give you bathroom access. And then here, we're gonna go ahead and look at this nice storage area that we have up here. Great place to keep your sunglasses, all of your, navigational apparatus, things that you use, maybe your binoculars. And then again, I love the way Newmar does these full covers. That way it looks like your cabinetry is completely, it's, what's the word? Symmetrical. Thank you. And then also that's hiding your window shades. Now I have these shades drawn. This is what we would say, you could actually drive with this down to this level. I think it's a little bit too low for me. But as you can see, really, really nice availability to see out this window. And look at the size of this window. Really, really fantastic, huge open area. Now, we'll note here that Freightliner and Spartan both for 2023 have a new, larger 15-inch dash. So look at this. There's actually little fans right here coming out, so you can control the blow coming here. And then look at this beautiful dash. And one of the things that I really like that Freightliner added in 2023 is not only do you have your fuel gauge right here front and center, you also have, of course, your speed, but you also have your DEF sense or your DEF tank right here. So you'll never have to wonder whether or not you need to get DEF. It's right here in front of you, which is super, super nice. And then here we also have our steering effort, which is, you can make that a shortcut right now, so you don't actually have to go all the way through, but you've got your comfort drive. You also have your Mobileye, which is standard starting in 2022. You also have your road watch. What's your road watch doing? Your road watch is actually watching your traffic signs and telling you what your speed limit is based on the traffic sign. And again, you're able to see your tire pressure here on the dash, and with the Valor system, you could add your tow vehicle as well to that system right there. So we really, really like that. And then under vehicle settings, you can set up your Bluetooth devices. So one of the things I think that's so nice about this coach is that starting in 2023, you now have the ability to run Apple CarPlay in this unit. So for those of you that want to use our nav system, of course, we have that Nav and Go system that we came out with in 2022. It replaced the Rand McAnally system. It's been flawless for us. I mean, we've used it a lot on our road trips. We've got about, I think that we have like 10,300 miles on our RV so far, and it will be 2 years old in November. But we use the Nav and Go system all the time. It's been fantastic, but I can't tell you how nice it would also be to be able to put in Apple CarPlay to play our sound, you know, our playlist and everything off of the dash instead. Now, here you'll see that we have our automatic headlights, which is fantastic. We also have our wireless charging dock. We've got our fog lights down here. We have our driver's passenger window is power. We've got our power mirror controls that are heated. And then we have our HWH hydraulic leveling jacks as well. And then of course, because we're bougie, we have the adjustable pedals. So for those of us like me who may be 5'7" or maybe 5'3", depending on the shoe of the day, adjustable pedals of course make it all that much more comfortable to drive. And then we also have speakers up front, so if you want that good full surround system, you can. One of my favorite features of this coach is the lip gloss drawer. So that's where you keep your lip gloss, where you keep your sunglasses and your keys. There's two of those. Of course, hers is on top, his is on the bottom. Visor control, dock lights, overhead fans. So those are those fans that used to have the cute little old-fashioned fans are still here. That you can set them to high, medium, and low. They're just built into the dash. And then you have your generator, which we can go ahead and stop now. Air horn, courtesy lights, another visor control, all that stuff, and your climate control. So really, really nice setup up here in this RV. You also have a really nice recliner, and these do turn around, and they're very, very beautiful. This is a lovely, lovely seat with this two-tone interior. So pretty excited about that. And I do want to also point out that on the passenger side, we have an opening window as well. That does also have a screen, and then we have the "oh shit, honey, we lost the Jeep camera." Very important feature there. A lot of people like that, and that starts from mountain air and goes up. So nice camera there. And then below that we have our wireless charging dock as well. Cup holders, lots of outlets over there. And this KIB panel that's behind the passenger seat that's up on the wall there. This KIB panel here has an all lights on or all lights off feature. So if you get into your coach and you want to turn all of your lights off, you can just get in there and hit the button. Everything goes off all at once. Very, very convenient. And then last but not least, it's funny, you know, as an associate here at Transwest, I am so spoiled with the quality of these coaches. I just think everyone knows that we have a fantastic step cover. But I know I have to show it because not all coaches are built alike. Now, oh, we didn't get awnings, Jody. Go figure. They blew back in. Oh well, it's okay. So before we get all the way out here, there is a place to keep your dog food, anything tall, maybe Belvedere vodka, I don't know. And then this would be for leashes and also for pet dishes. great place there, or beer. I mean, whatever suits your fancy. Patio lights, lock and unlock all of your bay doors. This is a really big button. This is a nice feature, and not only can you lock and unlock all of your bay doors from inside here with the touch of a button, you can also do it out here from your keypad, and then your battery disconnect as well, and then a nice bar to get in and out of your coach. Now on this little keypad, having a doorbell is actually a really fantastic feature. But also just being able to set your keypad to your own code to lock and unlock your doors. And then when you leave for the day, I mean, you might wonder, oh, so I always thought that this was to hand beer over, right? Like, you know, your dogs are gonna jump out so you could hand the beer over the top. It's not what it's for. It's so that when you're driving down the road, you don't have to look through the screen. That's my Barbie moment for the day. I thought that was pretty funny. Oh, look, one of them stayed out. Okay, so anyway, so like that, but really nice setup here. Now, of course, I mentioned to you we have a new exterior. This is the Omni. I love the Omni. The Omni is great. The Omni is going to hold dirt very well, look very clean even when it's not clean. And it's also really cool, kind of a pewter and like a navy, and then a nice kind of like anthracite, and then a dark steel gray. Very cool color combination. So you do have dual fuel tanks on this RV. You've got a 95-gallon fuel capacity. You've got power door locks, and also you'll note here they're easier to close starting in 2023. And what I liked about this, and sorry, this is a manual slide for the record. What I liked about this shot here is that you could actually see through this star foundation. So although short, right? So this coach is only 12 feet 3 inches tall, as opposed to our typical 13.1 to 13.4. You still have this star foundation, and star foundation stands for strong, true, and robust. And what that does is it takes this heavier slide and it forces the weight of this slide towards the center of the coach, giving you a better center of gravity, giving you better performance going down the road. So I really like that you could see that with this. Now you'll notice this is a very deep basement area underneath. So if you've got anything long, and then of course we have our 1,000-pound rated slide here. Some of our extra porcelain tiles as well, and those are really easy to put in and out. We have 2 of the optional slides on this, and then this is what I call a suicide door. So close one side first, the other side next, and then here you'll see our Samsung 43-inch smart TV. Love the placement of this. This coach is a little bit shorter so I can reach the top. I don't need to have Jody help me. And then our Bose sound bar is right here. Another 43-inch smart TV, as I mentioned though. 2 110 outlets here, 2 USB ports as well. And you could play the dash radio on this sound bar as well, or the television, or you could just play something off of your own phone. We don't watch the TV outside a lot, but we do use this all the time. And it's nice to be able to plug your phone into the USB ports, let it sit here, and then just run whatever music you're listening to. So very useful. And then above this television, you'll see right above the window here, this is the kitchen window. This is one of your cameras for your 360-degree surround camera. So if you're used to having that when you're parking, it's really useful. I mean, I have to tell you, in our spot that we were in this time, it had a lot of trees. It had some cute little decorative lawns. It wasn't nearly as haphazard as most of the places where we go boondocking. So we had to be careful, not to mention it was one of my clients' pads. So you don't want to run over the flowers. And having the 360 camera is a really useful feature. I wanted to point out here too, all these little LED light strips that you see inside here. So it's just nice. These are really well illuminated cabinets. And then as you can see, everything is so clearly labeled. So you've got your 110 outlets out here, but you can see all your controls for your kitchen and living room, all these awnings and slides that you have, or all these awnings and window shades that you have are all really clearly labeled. So here is one of the shades on the outside. Now keep in mind, these all have LED light strips, both the larger awnings and the smaller awnings. So for instance, when my son was coming home late at night after hanging out at the arcade, playing tennis with his sister, going to the hot tub, all those things, We just kept the little LED strips on, so we weren't going to bother anybody else that was in the campus around us, but he was able to see enough to get to the front door and navigate around the coach. And then a lot of times we would have one awning open or the other depending on the time of day, so that we could be shading, because depending on which direction the sun's coming from, that kitchen patio. But at nighttime, a lot of times we just had one awning open just to have those lights. So a really nice feature there. There are docking lights out here behind this rear tire. And then as you can see, these are 305/70 R22.5s. These are really nice big Michelin tires. And keep in mind, please email me or text me or call me if you'd like to understand more about how to inflate your coach to the right tire pressure. It doesn't matter what it weighed when it came in. It matters what it weighs after you equip it. This coach can carry up to 4,400 pounds of stuff. So it could be a really different weight rating than when you bought it, depending on how you have it loaded. And if it does, you want to make sure you've got your tires filled to the appropriate tire pressure, especially on these shorter 226-inch wheelbases. If you don't have the right tire pressure in this coach, it's going to drive like it's on rails. It's going to be really, really stiff. If you don't have enough tire pressure, your tires are going to get hot and they're going to wear faster. They're not going to last as long. So getting that coach weighed and getting a hold of that graph that tells you to which tire pressure to have your tires set at is very important. And if you need some instructions on how to do that, there's no charge for questions. I'll probably try to sell you an RV, but of course I'm more than happy to help if it's just a question that you have and you want a little guidance. Okay, so another great storage area, this would be where we would keep our Outlander fire pit. We love the Outlander fire pit. Anywhere there's a fire pan, you can almost always still have a fire. We actually had some people at Estes Park, the police being some people, come up and say, hey ma'am, you know there's a fire ban, and we're like, it's a fire pit. And then he took a bunch of selfies with us. So pretty cool stuff there. Here are your 2 chassis batteries and your on and off switch for your chassis. Again, the house is right inside the door, the chassis is right here on the rear. And then here in the back, again, we already mentioned a 450 horsepower engine with a 1,250 foot-pound torque rating. And go ahead and show you the beautiful marriage of the Freightliner to the Cummins right down here. So this again is your 8.9 liter ISL. And if you tell me that you've watched this video, I don't care if you buy this RV or a different one from me, if you come in and say, hey Katie, I watch all of your videos, I'll give you a free gallon of this Oasis juice. And this stuff is really important because if you don't have enough Oasis juice, you will not have hydronic heat for your hot water system or your heating system. Now on this coach, of course, you still have your electric floors, but it would be nice not to have your Oasis system go out. And that's hard to get delivered to you by Amazon in the forest. I just want to point out too, if you did have some kind of engine question, you have a little light back here. But one of the things I mentioned earlier was brake sync. So brake sync is this little guy. So instead of having to get a ping tank installed and a brake line installed, Freightliner really wanted to make sure they had you set up for what they considered safe towing and safe braking. So with your air brake system, what they've done is they've actually created a line that goes to its own separately charged container full of compressed air so that if your brake system fails, you can still stop your tow vehicle. And then you've got your 7-pin connector down there. Again, you've got your 10,000 pound towing capacity. And then right above this door, when I close this, you'll see another camera for your 360 and also for your backup. And then this is a side radiator unit, again, much like that of the King Air. You have a 15-gallon DEF tank. It's a lot of DEF. I don't know if you ever need that much DEF between stops, but hey, why not? This water bay is quite special. One thing that differentiates this water bay from the rest is the SaniCon system here. And then also you have a gray tank rinse as well as a black tank rinse on this coach. I think that that's really important. I don't know, my son brushes his teeth in the shower. I think I want to rinse out my gray tank. So I really like that. We do some fancy little things to kind of finagle and get our tanks to rinse well, but that's a nice feature. Outside here this year, they actually added a generator on-off switch to your little electric panel here, so you can start your generator from right there, which is a really nice feature since it is under the engine hood or under the engine cover in the front. You No, that's not the engine cover. The engine cover's in the back. I want to call it the engine cover because it's the front of the coach, but it's under the front of the coach where the generator cover is because the engine's in the back. So anyway, sorry about that. 50-foot power cord right here. Above that 50-foot power cord on a power reel, you have your intervac system, and then also you have a standard surge protector built into your standard Lithionics battery pack. This is your dual loop Chinook system, and then here you also will find that you have your cable inlet. So if you are at a park that has cable, you can run that right there, and you can put it right here through this little grommet. Now, one thing that is nice about this coach, I know it's the little things that differentiate from luxury to uber luxury, but there's no little rewind switch here for your power cord. It's up here, and that is actually really nice that it's up here on the door, because then you can just do the sideways shuffle where you kind of kick the cord over until it loads up, and you just stand up here and you can have a full-blown conversation with your client. Trust me, when I have to bring the slides out or slides in and the cord in for a test drive, I look much more dapper when I have that little button right there. Again, we mentioned earlier from the other side, you couldn't see it, but here is that second slide. Now, what's nice about this slide is it's fully extended past the slide here. Now, the slide only comes out to this corner, so it's not super necessary, but once again, it just goes to show that Newmar is always thinking about how to make the best camping experience for their clients. And that was the hose package for your intervac system. Of course, you can plug that inside or outside. With that kick plate inside or sweep plate inside, I don't think that you would need to really use the hoses inside the coach very often. Probably just use a broom. That would be for like vacuuming your paddleboard off, vacuuming off your children, your dog, your husband, whatever it may be. Now here we've got our two Freedom inverters. So again, this is two 3,000 watt inverters, giving you the ability to have air conditioning without being plugged in to your coach. Those are in addition to your lithium ion battery packs. This is 640 amp hours of battery charge. Benefits of this: more consistent power, better connectivity with telematics. You can read your batteries, know exactly where you are down to the penny, and faster charging power. So lots of those things, but most importantly, this is what allows you to run your air conditioner for your coach while you're going down the road without having your generator on. So if you were to run AC because you're driving, you can do that with this Lithionics battery pack, and this is standard for 2023. What's not standard is this little hole here on the right gives you an optional space to add a third battery. That would get you up to 960 amp hours of battery storage. That would be a lot of battery storage, and it would give you about double of the length of time that you could actually run your air conditioner. Because keep in mind, one battery in itself is probably running your AC. That second one would also be running your AC. That first battery is going to be able to run most of the house. Over here you got your little pocket to keep your your gloves, anything that you want to do for loading your for fueling your vehicle or for using your sanitation station. And then next to that you have again another fueling station for your 95-gallon fuel tank. Up here you got the brains of the operation, and then we'll go ahead and pull the infamous not engine cover. The I don't know why I call it. I mean, you kind of just think of this as an engine. In fact, this week on Monday, where's my little Hooju widget? Oh, there it is. This week on Monday, I did do a front engine diesel, so maybe that's why I've got that on the brain. So here's your 8 kilowatt Cummins quiet diesel generator. Also, you'll note that you've got a line here for your air chock. So if you need to air up your tires, you can do that here. This is your fantastic air horn. Oh, we haven't honked those in a while, Jody. We're gonna do that Monday. And then there's your hot water line, and that's just to clean the bugs off the front of your coach. And then keep in mind, again, this coach comes standard with your Mobileye. You have the optional 360 camera. You've got the standard comfort drive system. You've got the new Silver Star high brightness headlights and high beams as well. You still have your left and right hand turn signals. We'll have video going down the side. So really every single option you could ever want on a tiny little package. And again, this is stock number 5N221698. Again, 5N221698. This is a 2023 Newmar New Aire, and I am Katie O'Neill. I'm coming to you live from Frederick, Colorado. My number is 303-562-8659. Again, 303-562-8659. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you so much for joining us on this fantastic Friday, and I hope it's a very Barbie day. Talk to you soon.